ladies, let's get this party started.
Nothing. We're going to give them away free. Oh, that's fantastic. How do you turn your face so red so fast?
For free!
Where's your Christmas spirit?
Alright, Korra. So, it's almost Christmas time, and we're sitting here near the tree once again for another movie, and tonight we are back.
Daddy! No, I don't want to go!
Welcome back, Miss Korra. I'm afraid we had to take your father. If you ever want to see him again, you are going to have to watch this movie. Do you know what the movie is?
No.
The movie is Matrix Resurrections. Do you know anything about this movie?
No.
You have any information on Neo? Or maybe you call him the One.
I do have an explanation.
And what information is that?
I love one of the movies and the part when he said that he's in the Superman scene and showed it in the Superman scene. I love that part.
And is that all you know about Neo?
I think so.
Well, hopefully you will remember if you want to save your father. We will return after we are done watching the new movie. What do you think the new movie is going to be like?
I have no idea.
Well, let's watch then, shall we?
Thomas, you seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened? I've had dreams that weren't just dreams. Am I crazy? We don't use that word in here. Hi. Have we met?
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall.
Time to fly.
Chasing rabbits.
If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to follow me.
And you know
The only thing that matters Thursday is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up. You don't know me, no? After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Alright, Korra, well, you saved me from the Matrix and you just finished watching Matrix Resurrections. So, I guess we'll start by saying this probably will contain spoilers, right?
Right.
So, if you have not watched this movie, we implore you to please go check it out before continuing on with this review. With that said, again, there will be spoilers. Let's jump right into the review. Korra, what did you think of this movie?
Well, it was good.
Did you like the aspect of the previous movies not only being real, but being incorporated into this movie as a game?
I was like, how is that even possible? How can one be a game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think about Neo coming back?
Well, I thought he was like going. I thought he was like going to look like his normal self, just with a mustache. But it turns out I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about Trinity?
Well, she was what I expect.
She wasn't what you expected?
She was what I expect.
Alright. And, let's see. You didn't really recognize the Merovingian, did you?
Yeah, because he looked different.
Yeah, because he looked like a homeless guy.
Yeah.
Like a bum.
Yeah.
But he was the French guy, the one that talked really quickly and did all that stuff. And he's like, I have survived your predecessors.
And talks about tacos.
Not tacos, but cheesecake.
What the?
He talked about cake in the second movie.
And cheesecake in the...
And then he was the one who asked Trinity to get him the eyes of the Oracle. And she said, screw this, and just put a gun to his head. You don't remember that either? We just watched it like, what, a week and a half ago? Anyways, what do you think of the new Smith?
I was like, what the? What is that color Smith?
You like this Smith more or less?
I like the Zero because every bad guy I don't like. So.
Korra, you can like a bad guy. You can like a bad guy that they're so bad, you know, oh, that's my favorite bad guy, you know? It's okay to like bad guys.
Well, I like...
Just because they're bad guys, I don't know how to explain this to you. Okay, here. You remember Despicable Me? No?
I said yeah.
Okay, you remember Gru? The main character?
Yeah.
He's technically a villain. But you like that villain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, in this, we had a couple different bad guys. And, I mean, of all the previous bad guys in this series, we've had 2 different versions of Smith.
What?
Do you like the original from the original, or do you like this new guy?
I kind of like the new guy.
You like the new guy, kind of?
Yeah.
I think Hugo Weaving is epic as Mr. Smith. I don't know if... I wish they had found somebody very close to him. Someone that sort of sounded like him. Maybe it could have been a younger guy, but somebody who could actually do a really good impression of him, I think would have been better, but...
Well, if that Mr. Smith was like you said, we liked it. But this one, well, I really liked it. There was so more scenes of the new Mr. Smith, but I didn't.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it.
And we also got a brand new architect in this movie, didn't we?
Yeah, he's real.
He was played by Neil Patrick Harris.
Well, the architect was real. It
Wasn't some old guy. It was that guy with the glasses.
No, I mean the new one in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like real. That when.
I think Neil Patrick Harris killed it as a villain. I think he was awesome. Perfect choice. Alright, so, the story. Do you even know what the story was about, really? Or do you not really?
Well, I don't know if this is exactly it, but I think it's like 2020, I think.
No. Okay, so it's 20 years inside the Matrix since they released a game called The Matrix. Okay? And the game is the first 3 movies.
Wait, I think I know now.
Hold on, let me finish. And Neo, or Thomas Anderson, was the lead programmer on that game. But really, they were the first 3 movies, which are all his memories. The idea of making it a game was to throw Neo off so he didn't remember being Neo. And eventually, the Resistance, they come in and they save Neo because they believe he's still the one and they need him because there's trouble. I will say on this point they're kind of vague on the trouble aspect, but anyways, so they break Neo out of the Matrix. And when Neo wakes up in the real world, it's actually been 60 years since the end of the 3rd Matrix film. And of course, Neo wants to go back and save Trinity because he saw Trinity was in a pod next to his when they got him out. And when he went back in to go get Trinity to talk to her, he found out that his psychiatrist, who is actually the architect of this new Matrix, had found out that the 2 of them had a special connection, a special power, and anytime they came in touch with each other, that power was unlocked. So his idea was to siphon off their power by keeping them close, but not touching.
Wait, like this close but not touching?
Yep. And so, Neo still wants to get her out. And some of the machines are helping. And it turns out that there was a civil war amongst the machines, which sort of crashed the Matrix at some point. And when the new architect took over, he reinvented the Matrix to be even more of a perfect world by giving people hopes that are never completed. Basically, he made it more like real life. And because of everything that was going on, he used the DNA from the deceased Trinity and the deceased Neo to make basically clones of them and bring them back to life. That's where they were put in their pods, and they found out about the power thing and blah blah blah. So basically, the end of the movie is just basically trying to stop them from getting out of the Matrix at all, killing them if he has to. But he really doesn't want to. But basically, he's like, well, if I can't have you, then you can't even live. You owe me for your life, so you're basically going to die now. And that's what that whole end of the movie was. There was some issues I had. I think it got a little woke at times, like a little bit of wokeness bled through, just kinda. But I like that it pulled back. It didn't go full woke. You probably don't know what that means. Do you? No? Okay. Well, that's probably best. Of course, you didn't understand cancel culture when we reviewed another movie recently. That review will be going up on Christmas. But anyways, so yeah, basically that's the story. Do you understand it now that Daddy explained it?
Yeah, but what I was going to say is I think when Neo found it out, when Neo the stove. No, I don't know how to say this.
All right. Well, did you have a favorite part?
I do.
What's your favorite part?
The end.
Of course. Why am I not surprised? Honestly, you know what? I thought for sure this time, I thought you were going to tell me your favorite part was when Neo was going to try and fly and actually try to take off, but couldn't. And said, yeah, that's not happening.
That too.
Well, why didn't you say that?
Well, I had two.
Anyways, I guess that's both our favorite part. So, Korra, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this movie? 10 being the absolute best, and 1 being, I never want to see this movie again. Somewhere between those two numbers, where would you rank this?
4.
4? Below average? Did you like this more or less than the other Matrix films?
Less.
Less? Whoa! Well, I'm actually going to give this a 9.
Bah!
I think this was...
The best?
I don't think it was the best. But it is fresh and it is new. And... yeah, like I said, there was a little bit of wokeness in it. But like I said, they didn't go all the way. Like, at the end, Trinity is the one who flies. And then she has to save Neo. And I kind of thought, okay, so what? They're going to make her the one just because she's a woman? And now she has all of Neo's powers? That's pretty stupid. And then it turns out that at the very last scene, they're both flying on their own. So apparently now we just have 2 ones. Because they share the power. Which is fine. I'm totally for that. I don't believe that they should just give it to one person, you know? I'm totally fine with them sharing the power.
Wow, so he's going to give this a 5 out of 10.
No. This was fresh. It was new. It had a lot of good things. It had a lot of good returns. I definitely enjoy seeing more. Now, this score could change depending on if more movies come out. and they are better or they are worse than this one, or they ruin this one by doing something else. But I hold this in probably the same par. I'd be tied to put this one and the original Matrix near the top. I don't know, because this was pretty darn good. There was a few times I was a little concerned, but then I really enjoyed it. So, this has been our review of The Matrix Resurrections. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Like, comment, subscribe. Merry Christmas. Christmas.
Yep.
I said like that. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I said like that.
Okay. Anything else, though? Anything about the movie?
Well, I have a few questions. And
What?
one, how did the creators make this? Like, was it tricky? Was it hard?
What? How did the creators make this?
Well, how long it was easy? I'm saying, was it 24 hours, or 60 hours, or 1 minute? And was it easy for them or hard for them?
For who?
The creators of this movie.
I'm sure it was hard, and it probably took them a year or two to make this. Because you got to add in special effects, you got to add in time for costumes, you got to fill each scene. Sometimes you got to refilm a scene over and over and over and over and over again. You know, that's how the movies are made. It takes a long time. And it also takes more than just one person. It's more than just one person making this movie. That's why you have the credits at the end. And the reason I'm telling you this, Korra, is it's not really a message to you. It's a message to people on the internet. Because people on the internet and creators of these types of things like to go out and the creators will attack fans. Like, there was a guy who made one of the Star Wars movies, and he insulted the fans of Star Wars. And so people of Star Wars, the fans of Star Wars, said, well, we're going to stop watching Star Wars because you're a bad person. And it's like, well, wait a minute, hold on. It's more than just this one person who made that movie.
Well, if you guys actually know the answer, I don't know my dad's answer right. But comment down below if you know more.
I'm telling you, it probably took them good 2-3 years to probably make this movie.
Well, still,
It was actually announced, I think, 4 or 5 years ago.
And this is the last question, I promise. Why did Neo choose it the red pill? What happened if Neo chose it the blue pill? Was something go wrong?
No, you saw what would happen if he chose the blue pill. At the beginning of the movie, that's what he was taking, the blue pills. He kept taking a blue pill every day.
Well, how about, if there, but what happened if he took it both?
Well, the red pill would override the blue pill. And once he's taken the red pill, you can't take the blue pill anymore.
What happened if he had 2 hands? You got the blue pill and red pill.
The red pill would just override the blue.
I was talking, but if Neo got the blue pill and the red pill at the same time and eat them at the same time, what happened? Was something bad go on? Was something good go on?
Korra, they explained it in the first movie. The red pill was just a locator program. It basically allowed the people in the ship to find out where that person is. So when a person takes the red pill, it's really just a program to isolate that person, track that person down to an area so they can swoop in and save that person. And it allows them to hack into the person and break them out of the Matrix. So like, okay, in the first movie, when Neo took the red pill, they were able to isolate just Neo amongst all the thousands of people, and they said, okay, we're going to make the computer think Neo is dead. And when he did that, they swooped in to where he would be dumped. Meanwhile, the computer said, okay, well, this human body is dead. We're going to unhook the body and flush the system, get rid of the body, so we can use this pod for someone else. And that's what the red pill does. Once they take the red pill, that's it. They don't ever have to take the red pill again. They don't ever have... The blue pills won't have any effect. The blue pill, what that did, is it basically erased memories of anything strange and unusual. It allowed the person to go back to basically being a slave to the machine. That was what the blue pill did. Do you understand now?
Well,
It's like when you play Minecraft. You know? You know those numbers you see on the screens? When you have a compass?
yeah, maybe.
That is your location on the world. Your exact location on that world. When you're holding the compass, the screen will show you your exact location on the world. How high you are, or how deep in the earth you are. Where on the world you are. So if you are making a map, you could find yourself. Or you could find your house. If you build a house and it's at 14 latitude minus 14 longitude, you know that. And using a compass, you will always be able to find your way back to those coordinates because you know where those coordinates are. That's what the red pill did for them. It showed them where the coordinates were.
Well, I saw the compass, which will show you where things are. But because last time when I wasn't playing Minecraft and using compass, I found it. It was like enormous. It wasn't leading me to nothing. I was like so angry.
You ever play a game where you have a little map in the corner? And it has like a blinking dot or something which shows where you need to go? Trust me, you'll figure it out one day. You'll understand.
I think when we played it, you know, together, not Minecraft together, but, you know.
Alright. Well, we're going to wrap this up. So, 4 out of 10, you're going to stick with that. Okay.
Yeah, flat.
Okay. We want to thank you all for watching, and we will talk to you next time.
Bye.